The day my son was murdered, we went to a football clinic in Pasadena. They had this football clinic that's for elite high schoolers that should go to Division I. So we were there Sunday morning like we always do. On the way home, he asked me, could he go to the mall? And I heard him, but I ignored him because I wanted to say no, because you don't want the kids leaving the house. As long as they're with you, you feel safe. You feel that they're gonna be okay. And I remember ignoring him and didn't say nothing. And then he waited for about a half hour later, asked me again. And I said, oh, who you going with? You know, he said, so it's this friend that I knew of. He was a good kid, knew his parents. I said, okay. And the reason why I said okay was weird because that night, Saturday night, he asked me, could he go to a party? And I said, no. And he said, I said, you wanna know why? He said, I know, I might get shot. He was like, man, Dad, you think everybody's out here shooting? So yeah, he went to LA high school. He was a good student, you know, very popular, very good in sports. He played football, he played track. He was a good kid, never got in trouble, never been in trouble with the police, never been suspended from school, never had any trouble with gangs. I asked him a few times, anyone ever asked you to join a gang? He said, no, they know I'm an athlete. He said, I got a free pass. That's how he saw it. He said, yeah, but I know Crips, Bloods, 18th Street, MS-13, since kindergarten, you know. He was doing good. Everything was looking good. It was almost too good to be true. I woke up about 7:15. Oh, he wasn't home. So I called him and said, where you at? He said, I'm on my way. I said, why you didn't call me? I would have picked you up. He said, no, we're cool, we're safe. So I'd be there in about 2 or 3 minutes. I said, okay. Told the little brother, get your clothes on. Jazz almost here. Getting ready to take off. All of a sudden, play-ow. Woo, I remember that. Wow, that was close. Because it sounded real crispy. I remember saying, damn. And then I had this pain right here in my chest. I was like, don't tell me this boy just got shot. I remember saying that. And as she was walking, she said she saw this guy appear from nowhere with a hood over his head with the gun running toward him. And of course, she said he just froze him in his spot. He just tried to walk around, I guess. And she said she saw she heard the gun go off. She remember saying that she was like, oh my God, kind of. And she saw the sparks. She said she's saying that, man, the sparks was like this far from the gun. And then the guy went around. She said, and the way he fell, she knew, ooh, that was, you know, she never saw anybody drop to the ground like that. And she said the guy went around, put the gun in the back of his head and fired it again. And she was saying how this time she didn't see no sparks. So he had point blank right to his head and took off running to the car. Made a U-turn, came back, hanging out the car, looking at the body like, yeah, baby. Like he just really got down, you know. And I came outside, stood on the walkway and just peeked down the street. Woo! Just even right now, it just eats me up inside. I see him just laying there, I'm like, what the? And it was so weird, like in a movie. His face just, I could hear the sound like in a shooting range. You know how it brings that picture real close when you want to inspect it? Just like that. I remember hearing that sound. I remember backing up like, what? It looked like he dead. Just that, it was happening so fast. And I could see something was wrong. I remember saying to myself, look, what's that on his forehead? Because I couldn't, you know, but his eyes he was laying down, facing toward me with his eyes closed, looked asleep, didn't even look traumatized. And I'm thinking all this in my head. I'm thinking this real fast, super fast, because it's happening like immediately. And I went running down the street, couldn't believe it. Even right now, it's just so unbelievable because I could see that vision. And it is just so unreal to see him laying there with that peaceful face. But his body, that's what really shook me up, was his body looked so gone. I remember just this, gone. This body, I never seen his body look that limp. Because when you're a parent, you get up in the morning, look at your kid's bed, and, you know, just being a parent. You did it before if you have kids. And I looked at him, man, and I could not believe what I was seeing. And I was just bonkers. I was out of there screaming, who the hell did that? Pedro Espinoza was in jail for assaulting, assault with a deadly weapon. He pulled a gun on someone in a park in Culver City. The police were called, and he ran from the police, resisted arrest. He was hiding in someone's backyard. They found him, found a gun. Got a battery on a peace officer, assault with a deadly weapon, gun charges. So he was sentenced only to 8 months, which is ridiculous. 8 months for a gun charge and all that stuff. They let him out early, of course. It's overcrowded. We feel sorry for him. They let him out 4 months early on March the 1st. March the 2nd, he was over here murdering people. And he was only out of jail 24 hours. And he had already got a gun, a car, driver, and some of his homeboys. Culver City Police Department had him the first time, and they could have got him out the country. They had him the second time, did nothing. They even act like they never even had a statement. Only that we just turned him over to the sheriff's department. That was it. We don't do the special order 40. We didn't check for immigration. But they're acting like they're not even involved, like it never happened. The LA County Sheriff's statement was he told us he was from California, that he was born here. So we were like, well, why wouldn't you check everybody? You're under the 287G, which you're required to turn over violent offenders that are illegally in the country to ICE. Sheriff's Department had him in their custody, let him out on a Saturday night with no supervision, like at a YMCA camp. See you next year, Pedro. Let him out. Nobody called ICE. Nobody checked his records. Nobody did nothing. Just let him out into the community, knowing that he had offenses long as his arm. He had like 4 gun charges. He stabbed somebody, put the school on lockdown. Found out he has 4 cases in Santa Clara County that they're keeping hush-hush. They don't want to know because he was a juvenile at the time. My son was murdered by a illegal alien gangbanger. If y'all can't get a case on that alone, then what the hell you in here for?